I'm extremely passionate right now about animals. I've had my animal rescue Animal Avengers for 15 years, 14 years. I started in 2001, and for 10 years I ran it as a dog and cat rescue in Los Angeles. And I put a hold on it for a while because I knew I needed to revamp it and wanted to revamp the mission. I needed to help in a bigger way, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do that. And slowly have started getting into conservation and realizing that these animals are going extinct. And at the rate of perish of the rhinos and the elephants, if we don't do something now, within 10 years, they're both going to be extinct. And I can't imagine anyone having a child now that grows up not knowing what one of those animals is. You know, there's a big difference between hunting, legal hunting, illegal hunting, and poaching. And, you know, I'm not for any of it, but the real problem right now is the poaching. You know, these people are coming in the middle of the night. They have machetes, they have chainsaws. There's no light in the bush. And the rangers are having a very hard time protecting the animals because they're not equipped with what they need. It's as if we send our army out to fight with no guns. They're coming in the middle of the night. They're quickly hacking the faces off of these animals, and they're taking the tusks, the ivory, the horns, and selling them on the black market. And it's worth the risk to them because of how much money they're making. And what they're doing to these animals is so horrific. There's a video that I posted on my Instagram the other day that I was getting ready to go out, and I saw this video, and I had a very hard time that night being out because I couldn't stop crying. And every time I watch it or show it to somebody, I start crying because I thought I'd seen a lot, and I thought I'd gotten used to seeing a poached animal with no face laying there bleeding out. Especially, it's really hard when it's a mom and their babies are around them crying. But the elephant trunk was on the ground, and it was bleeding out, and at the end of the video, it starts moving. And you realize that he's been out there all night, and he's crying out for help, and nobody's helping him. And that's really hard. So that's why I think it's really important. And I want everyone to see these videos. And it's hard to see, and I didn't want to see them for a long time either. But I make myself see them now because you can't help unless you see them. You can't help unless you know what's happening. And people always say, oh, I can't see that stuff. I don't want to see it. But you have to see it. You have to know what's going on. Otherwise, you can't do anything. And just because you don't know doesn't mean it's not happening. And you can't wait till it's too late. And you can't do nothing in this world. And you can't pretend like there's not bad things happening. So it's really important to get involved and to learn what's happening. And do one thing, do anything. Just do something to make a difference.